What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and today I have a very special video because 4 of the Geoguessr devs have gone ahead and created challenge maps for me. These will be the hardest locations they could possibly come up with, but of course with the caveat that none of the Geoguessr devs are actually particularly good at Geoguessr, so they might not exactly know what makes a hard round and what makes an easy one. Regardless, I'm super keen to play this. There's also going to be play along links in the description so you can play against me on their maps as well. And yeah guys, here we go. The first map is in the description linked, and it is by Mika, who is one of my favorite devs, I must say. So it's going to be an interesting one. The first one here is actually unofficial coverage, so this should be very interesting to see what we can come up with here. So this clearly looks like Europe with this kind of castle, clock tower and everything, definitely feeling more like Europe than anything. And actually, if there's going to be unofficial coverage, I'm going to turn the author name off. Yeah, author name is now off. Perfect. So I didn't even look what it was, so that's also very nice. Okay, so in which case, do I ever see Sweden here? I don't think this roof looks particularly Swedish, though. All in all, it's not out of the question. What about that fence? Almost feels a bit UK. Then again, I would say the main building here feels quite a bit more continental Europe, so like Czechia or something like that. And if this is a challenge map, surely it's going to be something harder than that. This is going to be something randomly in Russia or something in the Caucasus or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is the US, and I don't think it's anywhere else outside of Europe, so we pretty much just have to kind of pick the region correctly here. Honestly, Czechia is a nice central country, and it kind of does look like Czechia. And I could see that kind of being a bit bait, because it's meant to look quite Western, and then it ends up being Eastern Europe, so that could actually kind of work here. But yeah, I mean, if it's US, then damn, that's just impossible. It is actually not out of the question, you know. I don't see any infrastructure that makes me lean US, except I have no idea what this is. That actually almost could work for US, but the pipe looks very European. Everything feels very European. I have to go for European. I'm going to go Czechia in the kind of in the mountains around this region here. Okay, well, Sweden. I mean, that's kind of logical, right? I mean, it always crossed my mind because we are talking about Swedish people making the map, but I also thought the landscape in the background was a bit too hilly. But yeah, I should have worked it out just by the logic of who was making the round for me. Next round here, we have some Generation 1 coverage in Australia. And we have a eucalyptus tree here, so this should not, I mean, I think this should not be anywhere in US, but we have some interesting rock walls here. This almost reminds me of my home back in Bendigo when I used to live there. I think it's a bit hilly for that, maybe. I'm also looking at these trees in the distance here. They seem quite tall in a Tasmanian way, maybe. Yeah, these ones especially over here. I guess I think would probably be like Tasmania or like kind of around the Alps of Australia, the Alpine National Park and Kosciuszko and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I actually get maybe more of a Tas vibe here, just slightly. I'm gonna go for that, but yeah, it's Generation 1. It's kind of hard to get too many clues off of it. And what's it going to be here? Adelaide. Okay, again, I should have worked it out. So this is actually Norton Summit. I've literally done Norton Summit, like walked it and everything, and yeah, Morialta Falls, very beautiful, lots of stuff not too far from my house here, and yeah, this is well, this is yeah, gettable. I've probably even, I don't think I've ever driven this road, but it's possible that I have. But yeah, I mean, at least we got the country, I guess. So far the theme has been decent, but not very good guesses. Okay, this is more like it. We actually have some clues. So we have a wooden pole to start off with here. Any clues on it? We have a blue little dot. So it should be France then, if we are to trust that. The black signpost here also feels quite French. Combine that with a wooden signpost, I think we're safe to go France here. But it could be something else, because this little white tag I'm not so familiar with. And the whole round itself doesn't look that French. Those might be Czechoslovak bollards. So this blue thing might be baiting, actually. What are those bollards? I think they're Czechoslovakian bollards, which actually kind of fits better with the trees that I'm seeing here as well. So, and the black signpost certainly is possible in Czechia, I suppose. Yeah, it's actually kind of a hard round here. I'm actually respecting the hustle on these rounds. They're actually been relatively difficult. Okay, so I think I'll go for Czechia here then. Actually, not France. Despite the blue things, I think we had 2 of them, didn't we? I think we actually might see another one there. That is suspicious, but I don't think these are French bollards, so I have to go for Czechia then. In which case, I will go in a forest here. Let's go in this forest right there. Okay, this was Germany. What were those bollards doing? I actually have to go check that out. I think these were actually just normal German ones, and I didn't even consider it. I didn't check the copyright either. And wow, what are these bollards doing, man? Okay, they were actually French-ish looking bollards, and that was the point of the round. Very interesting. So, yeah, I mean, again, guessing Czechia once again incorrectly, but this time it actually was kind of a decent region guess. It was a bit further eastern than France, which is actually, you know, 1,000 kilometers away almost. So not too bad, not too bad. Next one here, Sweden, I would say. Yeah, this feels like middle or north Sweden. But could it be Russia baiting? Okay, ooh, that's a Canadian pole top. Okay, I see you, Mika. Surely this is not Canada. This little, like, mushroom on the top shouldn't be Sweden. But this, NMPZ, I'm going Sweden, bro. I can't even lie. The road is very thin, which made me think of it. But yeah, okay, maybe like New Brunswick or something. Even Maine across the border could work here. Maybe Quebec or something. I think I will just hedge it in northern Maine here between Quebec and New Brunswick. And okay, it was Quebec indeed. Actually, yeah, the insulator was like facing the road, which is very Quebec to do. So there we go. And the last one here is Australia again, I would assume. Although looking in the distance there, that does not look Australian. So let's take a look around. Portugal, Greece, maybe even something strange outside of those two. Spain working quite decently as well. Okay, what does the road look like? The road is rather... Oh, it's kind of hard because of the script blocking the view. The road's rather dark. That... I mean, I think I'm actually leading maybe Portugal, Spain here. The abundance of olive trees probably more common in Spain than in Greece, but also very visible in Greece as well, of course. Yeah, I'm actually struggling to work out what is that. It's very green through there. Some different kind of tree. Huh. Yeah, this is a difficult one. Lots of wine going on as well. I mean, it could still be Italy. Maybe Italy is actually correct here. I didn't think of it at first. But the more I see the olives going on here and this landscape in the background, maybe Italy is actually the call here. Road didn't feel all too Italian, but sometimes you gotta go for out on the limb. And I like it because it's in the middle, so we actually gain some points if we... you know, if we're wrong. So, Sicily, southern part of the boot, and maybe Sardinia. I think I'll just go for the southern part of the boot here. And, okay, what's the southern part of the boot? Nice. Okay, so there we go, Mika. 17,600 there. Points we could have picked up. Maybe more in Quebec. Definitely more in Sweden. Never going to get that Germany unless I really thought about it. And of course, I could have gone Adelaide. Man, good map, Mika. Okay, 17k is the score to beat. And we got Dr. Trackpad coming in here. No doubt, I met most of the devs over in Sweden, which, I mean, was an absolute pleasure. But I don't remember who Dr. Trackpad was, so let's see what their map is like. First one here. Without looking around, I was thinking maybe like this part of the border with Mexico and the US. Now, let's have a look here. So we do indeed have like tall wooden poles. And that insulator is mighty interesting. Almost feels Brazilian, you know. We don't have the compass to tell what side this ocean is. But look at that. It turns murky. It turns murky very quickly there. So I still think the road looks more Mexican, but the insulator doesn't. I must admit that. Okay, so let's like gather our thoughts here. It does kind of look like Florida, which I really like for Mexico. But I'm gonna kind of probably hedge my bets a little bit here and tell you my two thoughts. So my one thought is that we're somewhere like on this thing, or what else? Where can this actually be? Somewhere out in this part. Is there actually a road here? There is. So maybe something like that. Again, we don't know which side of the ocean we are. My second thought is that we are max North Brazil, like Ceará state, like up here. Oh yeah, this kind of thing really works. I think I've seen this insulator in Ceará before. That's the thing that's really given me cause for concern here. Could we actually work out the angle of the sun by the shadows? Seems like it's almost exactly midday, so probably not. Ah, wow, I hate being between these two. Maybe copyright could save us, 2022. Don't think so. Don't think it does, honestly. Well, okay, here's the thing. We don't see any road lines. Houses are also very sparse. I would say, even though Mexico is my strong first opinion, I would actually say I'm going to trust the insulator here. One last look at the pole. It's a wooden pole. That feels strange for both countries, obviously, but can fit for both as well. Also, this could actually be like Rio Grande do Sul on this. Yeah, I mean, all's possible. But what I wanted to say, all in all, the places it can be in Mexico are small, and the places it can be in Brazil is big, so I'm going to send Brazil. And it was the exact, oh no, it was the exact place in Mexico I was going to go in here. Oh no, had the exact initial vibe. I've just never seen that insulator on the pole. Sometimes that can screw you up, but we're right on the US border, so sometimes the infrastructure spills a bit. Okay, this one's northern Sri Lanka with the poles. Yeah. Or is it? Hold up. Square poles, huh? We got square poles with big insulators. This should be Sri Lanka. And yet I look at this pole and it looks like kind of a Cambodian. But yeah, this is Sri Lanka. Very interesting pole. Managed to find an interesting one here, as well as a bunch of generic ones. So yeah, this is fairly simple to just go like this. And it was there. Nice. Man, we could have been on a good score right now. Next one here, Turkey up in the mountains, I would say. Yeah, this road is very Turkish, salt and pepper road. Yeah, it's like, man, if you're making a map for someone like me, it's hard to know what to pick because some things like this, I can just immediately tell what country it is. Yeah, with these kind of mountains, we should be up in the north of Turkey and probably out in the east because I don't see any trees at all. Although, to be fair, we don't really see much. But yeah, I would say this is somewhere up here. We have to pick a mountain road. And why not this one? This one actually looks pretty promising all in all. It also is Generation 3, so it should be further away from a big city. Maybe this one fits better. What kind of road? Is it winding? It's quite winding here. I'm just gonna go with this one. We'll see. Oh wow, we got the right road. Let's go. Okay, nice guess. Man, we could have been on such a good score. I had such good vibes on this seed. Okay, next one here. Red Road. Where are we? Oh, this is actually official camera. I thought this was unofficial for a minute. So this should be... what is it? Is this Colombo? This could be Colombo to me, maybe. Or India, of course. Where else do they have this camera? Look at all those fairly rich houses. The red road is super interesting here. White road lines in the center, so that also reduces the possibilities. Man, this is a big skyline. I think Colombo could look like this, but I gotta remember here how the coast looks at Colombo. So yeah, we do have like kind of this port city, but this looks more residential, right? We're going up to some island that's residential, so don't think that this is necessarily there anymore. What about Gale? So Gale, again, I would say Dutch fort. This doesn't quite fit the description, especially because the city is actually huge here that we're looking at, so it really only could have been Colombo. Negombo. Possible. But I don't think they have a skyline like that in Negombo. So then, are we actually... This might be something I don't know. I think it should be India, though. Okay, so let's give a quick scan. Chennai. Chennai does not have anything that we're looking for. Okay, let's look at this city here. Nope, not seeing anything on the coast that remotely fits. Mumbai could fit here. I don't mind the Mumbai idea. So Mumbai, I think the center of the city is not next to a river. Navi Mumbai, also not fitting. Okay, not to worry, we still have options here, although they're starting to become fewer. This also feels southern Indian to me, so I'm gonna look at Goa. Goa's actually not a bad shout. Again, I don't think they'd have a skyline like this in Goa, though. Kochi, okay, this could be our ticket. Ooh, so Kochi is looking at least decent here. So we could be on Wellington Island here, was it called? Willingdon Island. I don't mind that. Would Kochi have such a skyline? It doesn't look like it, to be honest. I don't think it does. But then again, I'm kind of struggling to think where, if it's not there, it would be. Kollam, again, I don't think any of these cities have skylines. Okay, so let's be objective again. Looking at this, I mean, I don't think it's Cambodia with the white road lines. And the... Wait, am I forgetting somewhere? This bin looks like Malaysian or something. I dare say you could have it in India, but it doesn't look Indian. Oh man, there must be something I'm missing here. You can get this in Bangladesh as well. Maybe Chittagong could look like this. Chittagong might have a skyline, but it's not close enough to the ocean. So, I'm kind of stumped by this. I can't even lie. Colombo once again. So could we be anywhere along here? I don't think it's quite possible. I just don't see where this would be. Unless, like, directions... Ooh. Yeah, but again, like, we see the ocean here. We definitely see ocean. I don't know. I don't know where this is, guys. This is actually kind of crazy. Like, this is a very gettable round. It's definitely not Nigeria. And maybe I've just forgotten where else they use this camera, but... Yeah, I think it's only, like, Cambodia, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh so far. So, I will go in Kochi. Let's see it. And, oh my goodness, I did not know such a skyline existed there. I thought only possible was Phnom Penh for that, but there you go. It's actually like a resort town or something. If I zoomed in on this, I would have thought it's too small, I think. Although the like, that does really fit. And then also white center lines. Normally they're using yellow ones in Cambodia, so that's actually kind of confusing. Like, that's a legitimately baity round. We got the latitude right, at least. Okay, interesting. Next one here, southern Argentina, is it? We have a lot of wooden poles here. I think these are actually American poles. It's not southern Argentina, but now I'm thinking this might actually be Hawaii. Could it be Hawaii here? Okay, let's actually examine more closely. I think this is just southern US, but something about this looks a bit volcanic, like a bit dark on the hills. We have big cacti, yeah. This soil feels volcanic. Everything else about the round is difficult. But I think I actually have to go. That mountain's very far away, but look how dark the soil is in the distance. Yeah, I think this is Big Island. So I would say so. If it's volcanic, you normally click in the center island here. And maybe this is like, you know, something in the town, like around this region here. So I'm gonna try that. And yeah, 5 kilometers away in the right little area there. So that was a good result there. Man, oh man, we could have had 4 banging guesses there. Instead, I switched on the Mexico. But that Cambodia round was a legitimately fun round. I actually enjoyed getting tricked by that. But okay, next one here is by CB. Link is in the description as always. By the way, I'll link my merch inside this video's description. I forgot to mention it, but that is out at the moment. And in case you guys didn't watch any of my other videos about it, it's live till Christmas, so go check it out in the description. Okay, next round here, and immediately gives me Greek vibes here. So let's take a look around. The fence almost feels like Australian, but you do get those ones in Greece as well, I think. Okay, so rocky-ish mountains here. We don't have enough eucalyptus for it to be in Australia. We do have a lot, what appears to be like of olive trees and different European-looking trees here. We have Generation 2 camera as well. Okay, so I think the live options here are Italy and Greece, in my opinion. And of those two, I still prefer Greece, but it's not typical Greece, it must be said. We do have some language there, which is completely invisible due to Generation 2 being rather low quality at distances. Oh yeah, I think I'm just kind of sold on Greece here. It's definitely an interesting round. Like, it's hard to place, but I definitely like that more than any other option I've thought of. It could even be an island, but they're normally Generation 3. I think it's too green for Crete. Cappadocia? What's this one called? Oh no, I just said something silly, haven't I? I'm gonna leave it in, whatever. What's this one actually called? I forget. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But it's Peloponnese Island. Yeah. I mean, no. I know. I'm leaving it in. Let's go there though. I think this is feeling fairly green, like that. And the mountains, probably they're a bit small for this region, but certainly could be the case if we're out like west in the island. I'm gonna try it, but yeah, anywhere in Greece is still possible to me, I think. And okay, it was actually right next to Gibraltar in Spain. Spain was my third thought after Italy and Greece, but I definitely preferred Greece there. So that's a good bait round there. 1k points to start off with, pretty poor. Let's head through to the next one here. And this is looking interesting. Are we in Florida, which is my first thought? Too many hills for Florida in hindsight. But it definitely is tropical. We're on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. We have lots of... Are these actually palms? I think they are. This could be Brazil. This could be Brazil. Ooh, look at that hill. Kind of a dry hill in the background. And the soil on the road is very white. And is that a rock wall or something? Okay. I'm starting to believe that this might actually be Sumba Island in Indonesia, where you get this very dry landscape. However, the problem with Sumba is that you normally would see bigger hills, / kind of a slightly different landscape here. Like, this is very open for Sumba. It's going to be like the most open Sumba round possible, I feel. My other thought was Roraima in Brazil, and I'm rarely in this 50-50, it must be said, but Roraima's landscape probably fits better, but I'm not really sure if the road feels that Brazilian. You know, it's kind of thin, it's kind of strange, but I am beginning to think it actually fits better, because I just don't think in... Look at that building, that's kind of Indonesian looking. But I just don't think in Sumba you would see this much landscape. Like, you would probably see the ocean at this point. Oh man. I feel like I know it's one of those two. Is that the ocean there? That might be the ocean, you know. I thought it was hills. That might be okay, this would make me go Sumba. And also the rock wall here would make me go Sumba over Roraima. I think that's the ocean. I think we're saved. in which case everything would make sense. Because I thought if that's a hill, then I don't think Sumba's possible. But I think we're right. Okay. In which case, maybe up here. Where's like the flattest part? Do you have coverage here even? Maybe there. Yeah. It could also be over here as well, but I think I like this right here. Okay, it was over there. Nice, 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 nice. Figured it out. Man, Sumba, you know it exists, but even to this day, it's such a difficult place. Okay, next one here is Australia. This one actually could be Australia this time. Lots of eucalypts going on. Okay, White Road, by the way, which is very, it's very interesting because that would normally mean like South Australia, but this, I don't believe, is South Australia. Okay, so everything is eucalypts here, but could this be South Africa instead? Yes, I'm looking at these mountains as well. Ooh. Ah, man, he's actually got me thinking on this one. This is, okay, this map so far, 3 for 3 on difficult locations, I must say. Yeah, so it's everything's eucalypts, but you know, it just feels wrong. Okay, so other options, let's run through it. Colombia, I don't mind. South Africa, I don't mind. What else could this be realistically? I have seen Colombias with a lot of eucalypts. Now, this is a bit excessive, though. I didn't think it was Chile, although I guess that's possible as well. 2023 coverage I just saw. I mean, surely this is not Australia. I would recognize I believe if it's in Australia. Although, if it had to be, it would be somewhere in New South Wales, I think. I would not be willing to commit to that, though. Okay. Did like a pro look over this map before the person, or are they actually just really good at intuiting what's going to be difficult? Because, okay, we have a bit of rubbish there. No, it's rocks, actually. Oh, gosh. I'm pretty confused. Okay, why do I actually like Colombia over South Africa here? I thought, oh, it's the Geoguessr devs. I'm not going to have to, like, spend a long time on the rounds, but I have ended up spending a long time on this guy's rounds, and the last guy. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where this is. And if I have to make a guess, I think I might go Colombia here. That's crazy, man. If he makes me go Colombia on Australia, that's actually goated. But I'm pretty sure this is not Australia, as it stands. It almost looks like Kenya as well, but Kenya it's not because we don't have the car. And then South Africa. Okay, if it was South Africa, it's somewhere down on the southern coast. But nah, I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna go for it here. This is crazy, man. I've never seen this much eucalypts there, though. It's just not there, but I'm gonna try it. Why not? Live a little, Oscar. Okay, let's guess in Parque Nacional. Right here. Oh my gosh, come on, man. Oh my goodness. I did not know this existed. Okay, that's actually crazy, bro. Good one to know. Man, oh man. Sandwiched between the national parks. Look how much national park surrounds this place. I would have bet money that was going to be in a national park somewhere. That's actually, well, it's brand new stuff. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, people think I'm so good at Australia. Not true. I'm good. I am really good at Generation 2 and Generation 3. But Generation 4, the new stuff, I'm not even that good, bro. So that doesn't even... honestly, I'm not even surprised at this point that there's stuff I didn't know. Okay, next one here. This should be easier, I thought, at least. Is this Ushuaia in Argentina, or maybe even Puerto Williams? I don't mind Puerto Williams here as an idea. The gate almost feels a bit British, but I don't still mind it. These trees feel super southern or super northern. It almost feels like Japan in that respect, with the kind of autumn coverage, but yeah, could that be a Japanese house or something peeking through? I would say not. I am actually going to go Puerto Williams here, but I could also see Ushuaia, and I think I'm right this time. I think I'm right. Okay, nice. It was Puerto Williams there. Very good. Okay. 0 to hero, or yeah, 0 to hero. That's fine. Okay, in the last round here. Okay, we can still actually come up with a good score here. We have a bunch of Norfolk pines growing really low here. We have some succulent plants as well. Okay, immediately that made me think of like Indonesia, all these Norfolks growing. Or, and yeah, even before I looked at the buildings in the distance, I thought of a Taiwanese island, and I'm looking at these buildings and I'm like, yeah, basically confirmed Taiwanese. Look how square they are. So yeah, I would say this is a Taiwanese island. The Norfolk pines show up a ton on Penghu County. So I'm wondering if we are somehow in one of the most remote parts of there, like out in one of these parks, or how distant are those? We don't know which direction they are, but we do know that they are quite distant from us, so maybe just guessing here and hoping that's like one other side. We're kind of looking at maybe like the settlement over here or something. Well, let's try that. And it was Pengu. Okay, that's exactly was that settlement. No way. Yeah, this was a crazy seed. We sent Colombia on Australia, which is embarrassing. But then we 5K'd the next 2 rounds. So, yeah, thanks for this one. This was definitely the pick of the maps so far. Very much enjoyed it. This was actually above average in terms of, like, all the maps I've played in the challenge map series. But, okay, let's head through to the last seed. Okay, final map of the video comes from Douglas at Geoguessr. Really nice guy. Met him in real life in Sweden. And he was the one who suggested this whole video, or who was the first one to send me a map. And then I said, okay, surely send me a few more. And here we go. This is now Douglas's map. Ring 8 Ding. I like that one. Let's see what kind of locations he's got in store for us. Yellow outer lines on this first one. Before I even look around, thinking of Jordan or UAE. Let's take a look around. Okay, so there's a lot of rubbish going on here. That's indeed interesting. We have white center lines, blackish back of the sign here. Ooh, and what is going on? They've like, it looks like they've spray painted this whole section. I think it's actually a camera glitch though. Very interesting. Okay, so the road quality is pretty good. That leans you towards UAE, but there's actually no confirmation here. I think that I'm actually kind of in a pickle here. Normally, I really find it easy to differentiate the two, but on this occasion, it's actually kind of difficult. Okay, this sign, black back of the sign. What do I think of that? Not really sure if I pick up on an entirely a big vibe. That's another row of mountains in the background. I think that makes me think more UAE to see multiple rows of mountains. Okay, let's like examine. If we were in Jordan, then I think there's not enough off-roads here. We'd have to be like outside of one of the big cities here. I think just simply more roads like this exist in the UAE. So that's what I'm gonna guess. Even though, yeah, it does kind of look like Jordan. I feel like I'm like at least 80% leaning UAE at this point, just because of like seeing multiple rows of mountains. This is the kind of mountains we're probably looking at, or like the Bakal Mountains here. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go for. It's certainly a strange one, and I'm still struggling to see where exactly it would be. Like, I don't think there's much coverage up in here. Surely it's fairly famous coverage. I'm gonna go this road here, but let's see. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, all the way south there instead, but as long as I got the right country, that I was gonna be happy. Next one here, we have a bit of Japan action, actually. Wasn't thinking of it at first. Definitely doesn't really look like Japan, especially with this barn. But yeah, these are Japanese poles, unmistakably, I reckon, so yeah. Where are we then? Up north, I would say, in Japan. This definitely feels more northern than southern. We do have a plate on the pole as well, which basically confirms that we are in Japan. Do we have any cabbage or anything? Hokkaido cabbage can be commonly found in Japan, especially if you're up that way. That might be cabbage in the field over there, which I famously ate over in Japan. Silly, because you can't eat it, but yeah. Okay. Think I like Hokkaido here, if not northern Japan, northern half. And this is fairly flat, so I guess I'll go in Shibecha, which, yeah, feels decent. Like, the rolling landscape here, I think everything fits for Japan. I'm just not really sure where in the country it is. Let's go there. Okay, well, it's actually just outside of Sapporo there, and not too bad. Okay, wrong region guesses so far, but correct countries, which I'm more than happy with. Next one here, southern Argentina, I would say. Lots of wooden fences going on. Dirt road. This, I don't think it's exactly the road to Ushuaia, but now I'm trying to think which other road is covered. Is there a road out here covered? I think there might be, Might be this road, the A. Is the A actually covered? Because this road's definitely covered. The F and the H, they both kind of look like this. And then, is the B covered? I don't think so. Definitely the 3 is, of course, but I don't think it's that. It's a dirt road after all. Okay, maybe this is safer because it does seem like we have hills in the distance. Are they pretty big hills? Not really, but I still think this is more likely, like somewhere around here where we can definitely see hills. I hope it's not the A, because that was my initial vibe, but yeah, I'm going to go over here instead. Oh, and it was the A. Damn, Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah, again, I've switched off a better guess, but still, these scores have been good. Okay, next one here. Dempster Highway, maybe? We've definitely been nailing this seed so far, but I don't want to jeopardize, or I don't want to curse my good run. That's another Google card there. This is like a repeat of my one in the World Cup, where I thought it was NMPZ against... I think it was like halfway up. This was against Sheena, and I thought it was NMPZ, and we were looking like this, and then I looked around, I was like, no, it's Canada. Is this the exact round, though? I think it actually might be. It's very familiar to me. I think Douglas might be trying to, you know, as one of the Geoguessr devs, trying to play a little trick on me here. Okay, we're definitely up quite far north here, because we don't see any trees at all. So I think we might be on, like, the final mountain pass here, like, around here. Obviously, we can't line up the road, but I see that that's kind of how it travels. Honestly, kind of fits here. I think I was somewhere there, and we actually, yeah, we are actually passing through the mountains here, so we can't really tell what latitude we are, but somewhere along this road, near the border, would be my guess here. And, oh man, it was the exact border indeed. And that was a good guess. Okay, nice, very good, 6 kilometers away. And the last one here is Monkey Mia, I think, or Francois National Park, right? Yeah, Monkey Mia is the next one up. Exmouth. No, I'm pretty sure this is the Francois Perron. Yeah, let's guess there. I'm pretty sure it's that one. And it was. Nice. Okay. 23.5 there. Man, and you know the crazy thing is we could have picked up, man, 1,000 more points in Japan if I just clicked Sapporo. But I thought because it's more flat, it would be out here. But yeah, this was just the valley which Sapporo was in. And then, man, we could have picked up more points there. We actually could have had a stunning score here. And also, I switched off the road in Argentina. But, yeah, there we go. A really strong little performance there to end it off. So that is interesting, like, kind of insight into the minds of some of the finest Geoguessr devs there. And big thanks to you guys for making the maps. If you guys want to do a part 2, there are plenty of other Geoguessr devs. So you guys could definitely pull together, scratch together some more, and that would be fun. Also, I do want to do a video eventually where I take on the devs in a duel. So if you want to see that, comment about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Give it a like, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.